chanting with the intention to serve. I'm in this theme. And today we speak on Seva Dharma. So what is actually our Dharma? And trying to go a little deep as we finish off this theme of serving Krishna. So we know about the 4 active relationships with Krishna. Krishna to be Krishna's servant, a friend, parents or lovers. The underlining factor is service. So service. We all wish to serve Krishna in a specific way, but with the mood that you want to serve someone outside of us. It says the intention to serve is at the heartbeat of every thought, and that everything starts with desire. When we sit down to chant the holy name in Japa or Kirtan, we must desire to serve. At initiation, Vaishnavas receive a last name that really is the best, Dasa or Dasi, meaning servant. This indicates that our dharma or essential occupation is to perform service, so serva dharma. So what does it mean in this regard? Really, in the outside world, we understand the notion to either be served. We may go to a nice restaurant, they may serve us, or we may realize that we have no money, so we have to go work for someone, and then we are serving, right? So that's us serving. But this idea, I also thought it was like strange, when they said, oh, okay, when you get initiated, you will become Dasi or Dasa, and I was like, okay, like, I didn't know if they were laughing or whether they thought it was whether they really thought it was something that was amazing. But that's our point too. In the material world, we are basically taught from a young age that we need to be the best, we need to outshine the others, we need to strive, to really sort of rule the world almost. So where in that example is it that Krishna is the one who is the ruler and we are there to serve him? Spiritual life often goes against what we are taught outside in the world. But that's the point then too. As soon as we begin to display this mood of service while we chant or perform other bhakti practices, our spiritual nature can begin to gradually unfold. Frustrations due to our undivided attention can only be cured when we start to cultivate a deep desire to serve Krishna. Let's go a little bit deeper. When a soul enters the Vaikuntha world, its service inclination towards Lord Narayan is powerfully unleashed. My Krishna, he is mine, and I have to take care of him. In Sanskrit, this possessive feeling is called mamatva. And through it, the full burning potency of Seva Dhamma is realized. So literally, when you come and you're like, oh, it's my Krishna. Yesterday, a nice devotee was saying, oh, my Gaunitai, I've dressed him. But what happened after? The outfit does not look right. Somebody did not really put it back as it was. But it's Gaunitai. Our God in Thai, but I dressed him, I put this in, and what's happened here? In one sense, it's nice to have this sort of sense of attachment to feeling, okay, it's my Lord, I'm serving him, and it's not right. In a moment, we may say, oh, okay, then I don't care, I just dress him, I leave him. But it's not like this. So if you also dress your boy just before you're going to go to a wonderful event in the nicest, best clothes, it looks shiny, looks beautiful. And then by chance, maybe it was not even him, but someone else pushed him into a mud puddle. It's hard to be like, oh, it's fine, I'm detached, it's okay. So it's even more so when it's in connection with our Lord, in our aim to not be impersonal. There should be some sort of relationship that comes up. In fact, it says when Seva Dharma is realized, everything is lit up. The Seva flames are ablaze, the Diva dances in them, the Bhakta dances, Bhagavan dances and Bhakti herself dances too. So that's also the point now in our general case, also within ISKCON, one can say, also in the temple. When I joined or came to the temple around 15 years ago, it was actually 14 to be precise. There was a more of a push. Come on, do this, get this done. Don't be idle. Keep things going. Keep it going. But the main point behind that was try to keep the Seva flame going. Keep yourself alive in what you are doing. And now, as we grow as a movement, we have a little bit of, okay, some devotees were pushed too hard. The word being burn out is very common. That's very common. Burn out and like this, and they cannot do, they have not done like this. And what we end up is the opposite end. That we have people around, but not in the temple room. They're there at prasadam time maybe, or other moments. They get a little, with pizza party, but little in what's going on. It feels like in that way the bhakta is not dancing. There's still some, of course, but it's amazing to hear we grow in one way. It's not like before there was 10 of us, but all 10 of you would be in the temple. So there was always something happening because you were together in it, and of course, we have this divide of, female, male. But when you're so few of you in quite a big place, then you get on with what you have to get on with together, whatever it may be. Like someone has to suddenly clean up a guest house room, So you're like, oh, okay. But you have some sort of responsibility in it. Well, as we grow and we become part of something, it's hard to say we're part of an institution. And it's very easy for us also to become lazy in this. So lazy, and I also, I'm here, I'm a grahasta, Ananda Krishna said in the lecture, so not so many expectations on us. The others don't go. Why should I go? In fact, maybe they think I'm strange that I go to the programs. Maybe, Sometimes they ask me for evening, to meet evening, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm already finished by 6, 7 o'clock. When you're up, I don't sleep normally in the daytime. So if I get up for 4 o'clock, then I'm up. But at one moment, right, the energy is low. But then other people are like, okay, let's do something. And I'm like, really? Like now? But the point then there is also, what is our program? Of course, there is an openness for everybody and everything that everyone does. But for us, some of us who live in the temple, it feels like maybe we have to hold a bit of a beacon. Okay, let's see what it's like to follow what Prabhupada laid out for us. Attend the morning program, right? Come there, be in the temple, somehow be active. And I did a bit of an experiment in the last few weeks because in the old days we got pushed, temple president comes, get up, get out of bed, but come on, you should go. Now there's no pushing. I thought, no one's going to push me. I turn up or not. I thought, okay, but let's push myself, And then I pray to Lord Nrsingadev, let me serve you. Here we are with this intention to serve, but how does it come about? Can we really think of Krishna when most of the day we may be thinking of ourselves or something else? Is it true if we try to cultivate thoughts of Krishna, does it make us fanatic in today's society? Or is it actually living this seva or sanatan dharma? That in every thought and shape, in all of our expression, somehow Krishna should be in the center. And then I thought, well, most of us when we joined, we were a little bit like rebels. We joined because we were enough of material society, enough of what they've said. So when we get to the temple, we can also be a rebel and be the ones who are striving for things that don't seem to be so important for others, I wonder sometimes with japa, there is so little conversation about japa because it feels to be a little bit like that hidden, secret, okay, well, somehow I get it done. Sometimes I don't, but let's not talk about it. A kirtan everybody will hear, right? other things, a service one will see. How does this jewelry make? How was this done? But japa is one of those quiet things that we can choose to say, okay, it's not working, or we can choose to say, let me make a positive step in trying to further improve my japa. It's a different modus. And when we enter into it, again from previous verses, if you say the japa is the same as Krishna, the holy name is non-different from the Lord himself. And we may say, not quite there. Oh, what do you think? Stas, do you think, is it in you? That the chanting is the same as the Lord himself? Yes. You can ask me a question if you like.
We use it pretty often, so we say this and that is not different from other stuff. But does it mean it's not different on the spiritual, probably from the spiritual point of view, not from the material? Because actually Krishna, Hare Krishna und blaue Junge, sie sehen ein bisschen unterschiedlich aus.
Like a blue boy. Yeah, it's that. Oh, it's true, like, meaning, of course, you have the deity form of the Lord. That's the deity form. And you have the holy name. But for example, Satchidananda Swami spoke that there was someone who had I think it might even be Paramahansa Ghosh's brother, Vanamali. He had the Maha Mantra, very beautifully engraved. And he would worship this every day, like a deity. And it was an indication he had understood the point. You know?
Ramananda also says we can worship the books. Here it's Bhagavad Gita one can worship.
You imagine, without the knowledge, without the information, most of this Japa workshop is done with quoting from Srimad-Bhagavatam or different things. Without this knowledge, where would we be, right? This knowledge is what carries us. The Guru may or may not leave the body, other things may go, but the knowledge that was given, that was translated, and with commentary by Srila Prabhupada is so precious that in one time it's sometimes hard to enter into because it's of a higher level. On the other side, it's more precious that our whole life changes. Stas, wie alt bist du? 22? How old are you? 22?
Ich bin 20.
20. So still, you know, like when I was 20, I was like, okay, still young, have some things. Okay, seems okay, these books. You know, seems good, I was told. You know, like 20 years, I'm more than 20 years older than you, but okay, let's say 25 years older. You see, normally when you read a novel, ein Roman, a book, it's like, okay, it was good. Okay, but I don't need to read it again. For me in my own life, Bhagavad Gita is one of those few books that when I was like, oh my goodness, each time I read it, it's like it's new. It's transcendental, it's new. And the same way we can also approach the chanting. Let it be a new experience for me. Let this be a new experience for my relationship with Krishna. The depths of our chanting. Last week I had a funny day that I woke up very early, and then I was in the presence of Tunga Bhajan. I was like, oh, today everything is wonderful. I said, I can not stop listening to Srila Prabhupada. And it was very funny today. I said, Srila Prabhupada was saying, Maya will test us. Maya comes in all directions, He was speaking many years ago. We hear this. Oh, we know Maya is testing us. No, we say we have a phone, we have this. But Maya was always testing. Maya's testing us. He says, but 4 regulative principles, 16 rounds, and you will be protected from Maya. Then he repeats this again. So the 4 regulative principles and chanting 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra will save you. And I don't mean to make it higher than anything else, but this is very important on that factor. Why we have the 4 regs and the chanting. You could for a few days stop doing physical service, other things, but these elements are not to be stopped in our following in the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada. There's no deviation in that. There is no, okay, one day you don't do it, you know? We keep to it. Therefore, one has to wonder, why is it so important, you know? Well, before, with the four regs, for example, it's been, oh, what's the big deal with gambling? You know, like, not gambling, but, you know, nobody seems to talk about, oh, I have such a problem with gambling, now I have to give it up. And then I was thinking like this, you know, as people do, you know, and I worked as a charity manager, and I worked with a very wonderful lady. I'm still friends with her, 15 or so years later, and her husband is a gambler. She said he had everything, a big business, everything. But at one moment the gambling came in, and he's waiting for that one big win. But instead of this, everything he earns, so he works like a dog. He works, everything goes into gambling. Penniless. She had to take away his cards and everything. He's not allowed to have any access. It's, you know, and the thoughts are always distracted, because this addiction to gambling, when it goes deep, then your life is almost lost. In Germany, you see also quite a lot of gambling places. Waldkirchen, I saw, going off to Passau, a huge casino, something. So you see, it's like, this is the part which affects, one can say, some parts of society. But it was a shame, because this man is a very nice man. But he's lost in this. Lost, and then his life is lost. Nothing really will match up, so Krishna gave, I think it's truthfulness. Huh? This is the principle of freedom, that we, truthfulness, because you think when you gamble, that, you know, you can win it, you can be the boss, but actually Krishna is in control of it all. You know, whatever we earn or don't earn, Krishna will then decide if we keep it. So therefore, back on this Prabhupada's point to chant these 16 rounds, and then every morning here we have to say the 10 offenses to the holy name. You know, they're quite heavy, and what is one of the most important ones? To be inattentive while chanting. Now, as a young bhaktin, back I was like, God, but I'm inattentive most of the time. 16 rounds, maybe 4 or 5 mantras, one has it, you know, what's the point? And then I look for, oh God, I can't deal with this. And I do think that this is sometimes a problem why people don't think of their japa. When you are new, you think about it. When you are open, you think, but other times when you're a little like, oh no, maybe people get that I can't do it. I think better not. Let's not open this Pandora's box. That I'm chanting, but I'm not quite there. Now, Satchidananda Swami goes on this point heavily and speaks about this often. And yeah, I know he is my Guru Maharaj, but a lot of people have some respect for him, but also you have people like Mahatma Prabhu, Bhujan Prabhu. You had Srila Prabhupada himself, who just chant sincerely for the Lord. You know, and with this famous bit where you hear the group chanting, and Prabhupada says, "Sit properly." You know, sit properly. And you're like, oh God, like, okay, what should I do in this moment? So there is certainly no hard or fast rules for chanting, but we are told very decisively that an offense is to be inattentive to chant. We chant in front of Tulasi. That's the program every day. She can help us to overcome our offenses. She is Bhakti Devi herself. So we are given an opportunity that we are there to chant in front of her. So why not give it a go to understand what is it? In terms of the question, yeah, Krishna is a blue boy, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, oh, it's usually there, it's written, it's not there. Yes, of course, physical differences, you know, like you're a soul, I'm a soul. Same soul? No, you know, but on the other side, that's not a good example. The holy name is meant to be something that will reveal itself. You may have this as a small experience if you worship a deity, or even if you come in front of the Lord. I had this. To begin with, oh, it's nice. Nice Lord, looks nice. But when you begin to worship the Lord, or to come every day, or to pray to Him, this relationship becomes deeper. put your faith in him. Many things happen here. And the main point is, do you take refuge of your mind? Okay, I'll do this, I figure this out. Or do you go, Krishna, help me? Krishna? What will you do in those circumstances? What will you do in your life, in the circumstances, when everything is falling apart? In your head, or do you call out to Krishna within? And if there is Krishna within, then you have Krishna, then you have your connection. But without this connection, we are completely like lost souls. And that's also meant to be the point of chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. At one moment, the sweetness will reveal itself more. Does not mean that every moment it seems that we can chant so attentively, but one does have an inclination that as we develop in our lives, we will go deeper and deeper into this chanting. It's called the word absorption. What's the word in Deutsch for absorption? Tungi? Absorbieren? Geht das? Absorbieren?
I understood anyway.
Oh, you understand anyway. But what I don't mean superficial. I mean, when you're chanting, to be on this point where actually the whole world could fall apart. But your focus is just on the Maha Mantra. I know I'm talking about ideals, but there's sometimes when you will reach a point, if we allow it to grow, that this chanting is a beautiful experience. In the esoteric world, when they talk about meditation, most people will understand meditation as our time to be still, to be alone, to come to our inner being. But somehow in ISKCON, when we talk about japa meditation or mantra meditation, it's like, okay, it's just something I have to do, somehow get it through. But it's not meant to be like that. It's meant to be a very sacred part of our day. And if we understood that element more and more, if we get that, then it puts a different slant on chanting. I spoke a lot, sorry, today. We have to do the exercise now. And one of the nice reasons, and also a reason that if physically there are not so many people, I get a little bit of loss, is because of the Japa Workshop exercises. Afterwards, people do listen online, they tell me, but it's like a very nice experience to try to enter into the space when there are less people. What would it be like if we felt completely lit up on the insides? I mean, you're both also venerated, enthusiastic devotees. So I've seen you at times when you feel alive. And when you look at the gurus, they seem to be alive a lot of the times. When you look at Dhammakananda Maharaj or Satchidananda Swami and Yudhimna Swami, you feel already like alive. If you watch a video of Srila Prabhupada, he switched on. You don't think, oh, old man here, what's he speaking of? You feel like something is more than we can even see. So it's this moment we're trying to follow in their footsteps and be like, what's it like to be switched on to Krishna in this way? Dhammakananda Maharaj gave a lecture one time. Somebody asked him, said, oh, is it that these great souls are just born? Or could it be that in this lifetime we can also achieve like this? And he said, yes, of course there are souls which are born and great, they come in as a great soul. But he also spoke, but there is also that faith in Srila Prabhupada, that following in his teachings, we will also convert from being sort of on the material plane to a spiritualist. And in following Srila Prabhupada's teachings, that it can also be done in one lifetime. That means there's hope, It's not just, okay, yeah, some other people can become advanced or no. There's an aim that we also in our own lives become deeper in our spiritual lives, to the point that these other things don't affect us as much, that you throw away your phone for a few days. You know what I mean? Just put it away and have that. You see more and more people talk about a phone fast, but I could imagine in the next 5-10 years, we would say at some moment, okay, devotees in the temple, no phones during this and this time. We're not there yet. But when you have too much of something, it's like maybe in the old days they thought TV was okay for people. But, we know in the temple no TVs are permitted, right? For example, we just don't watch that, the one-eyed monster. No, we have a one-eyed monster with us at every possible step. So things will come and change, I know some people have a Japa app, no beadbag. They Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, they do it like this. Yes, like a whole... Yeah.
Sometimes I have just no
So he does it. If I don't know your fingers. 108 times. You can explain that a bit later. Yes, it's like on the other side of it, you think there's counters. Can you use the counter or not? Can you do? All of these things. Basically, if whatever you are doing helps you to chant, then use it. If it's a choice, okay, I don't have my beadbag, I'm not going to chant because I can't remember how much, but you have your phone, then use your phone. You know what I mean? Like if your circumstance, if you have your bead, if you have only your counter, then use this. Whatever means it's meant to be said in that way, there's no standard for the chanting. That even chanting can be done in an unclean place, because chanting is a pure enough service by itself. I also give the example, like in every aspect of our life, we may need to call out to Krishna. It may be through the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and those circumstances may definitely not be in the cleanest moments, therefore we may chant out. Someone may be passing, or so many different things may happen in our lives. I'm on the wrong page completely. So we are now talking we are getting on a deeper level. So we're talking about entering the mood of an eternal servant of Krishna. And meaning, we're not envisioning who we are, but we are just on this aspect. I am a servant of Krishna. I am a servant. And what does it mean to be a servant? Srila Prabhupada gave a meditation that introduces us to Manasi Puja. So Manasi Puja means worshipping Krishna in the mind. He says one has to be a little open-minded to take it up. Sometimes Manasi Puja is very wonderful when you are traveling or in a situation where it's not easy to have a deity form or anything upon you. So that's part of it too. How can we serve Krishna in meditation? Then when that meditation is right, we pick up the beadbag to try to chant and see if a more sincere approach is there. Yeah? What do you think? We try it. Do we put music on? Would you like the Krishna flute? Yes. Oh, Bluetooth, my phone Bluetooth. Internet. Is what? Ah, okay, got it. I mean, connected, is it? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, when our Bhakta Strauss is not here, it's hard because he knows all of the technical details of how to get this done. So today in our meditation, so you're ready, and for example, Tungabhadra has many beautiful beads in front. We are making a throne for Krishna. So you got the point, right? Manasi Puja is quite well known, so it's like about serving Krishna within the mind. If you did this before? Or meditating upon the Lord, worshipping Him within the mind. Yes. So we will do another meditation. Prabhupada begins by saying, chanting the Hare Krishna mantra means keeping Krishna always within your heart. And then he guides us further. So get comfortable wherever you are seated. Now it won't be such a long meditation, but the idea is, in all your circumstances, maybe when you have children, just imagine that your child is with you in your meditation. This helps somehow. So again, Prabhupada says, chanting the Hare Krishna mantra means keeping Krishna always within your heart. Now I kindly ask you to close your eyes. Prabhupada guided us on how to offer Krishna within our heart an appropriate sitting place. You haven't got to make a very exalted throne for Krishna. You can imagine that in my heart I have placed a diamond throne and Krishna is sitting there. This is accepted and actually it becomes true. Even if within your mind you think, I have kept one diamond throne, a very costly throne, because Krishna is coming, he will sit there. That is not false, that is a fact. Now you create such a situation within your heart. Quote from Prabhupada. Now I also say, imagine your own throne within your heart that you are making for Krishna. Elaborate or as simple as you like. Any idea that Krishna is coming. Prabhupada goes on to say, now Krishna is seated there. Let me wash his feet with Ganga water or Yamuna water. Now I change his dress to first-class costly garments. And then I decorate Krishna with ornaments. Now let me give him something to eat. Srila Prabhupada goes on further to encourage us to practice the meditation often. You can simply think of this. This is meditation. It is such a nice thing. Anywhere you can sit down and think that Krishna is sitting in your heart and you are receiving him in such a nice way. This is not false. This is a fact. It is so easy. Keep meditating on Radha Krishna. We will pick our bead bags. Wherever your mind wanders, keep it focused within Krishna on the throne within your heart. Begin with one voice and then find our own rhythm. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. A little quicker. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Chant in your own pace, please. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Don't lose the meditation in your heart. Krishna there, center of your heart. Hare Krishna. slowly go. Just keep your hand posed to chant, but just give a small interlude that we go a little deeper into our meditation. Sajananda Swami speaks about the kirtan of the cowherd boys. In the Vrindavan pastimes, we find the example of the cowherd boys during kirtan in a mood of loving service. Krishna would sometimes become tired, we may also feel tired, from roaming about the forest and playing various energetic games. When his friends noticed that Krishna was tired, they quickly prepared a bed made of soft twigs and fresh forest flowers. With eagerness, they offered their laps as a pillow or for Krishna to rest. To accept the service of his friends, the Lord expanded himself in as many forms as there were cowherd boys. Then some of the boys would sing to him. In the Srimad-Bhagavatam 10, 15, 18, it describes the sweet singing to have 4 qualities. Shneha klina diya, they sang with hearts melted by love. Mana gyani, the singing was attractive to the mind due to the amazing ragas, melodies, and talas, rhythms. Shanaya, it was slow and built up gradually and naturally. Tad anurupani, they would sing in a way that was suitable to the particular pastime or occasion. Our kirtan in service should also be pleasing, attractive, and performed with devotion. And it can pick up in this way. But service, strictly saying, service cannot be performed if there is no love. The Sanskrit word used in this context of seva is bhakti, which specifically means devotional service. And that whatever we do is done with devotion. If there is no love, then service is only arbeit or work. Yeah? The Lord, in a spiritual context, the Lord is not satisfied by such seva work. He is only pleased with love. And this is the difference between the two. This is when sometimes people ask, why are people coming and going? Bhakta X or Bhakti Y, they did so much nice service. Of course, the Lord took it as service. But sometimes in our physical expressions of service, the consciousness can get weaker and weaker, and in the end it is just a list of work that we are performing. Therefore, when we are chanting, it is good to understand what we were before. Before we begin a service of work, we offer it to the Lord. After we have finished, during we offer, and after we also offer. It's like we are chanting when we think it's not working, like, oh Krishna, please accept this. Although it may seem like I am as a fallen person not chanting, but accept this. And when you cry out humbly, it is as if the Lord will hear us. Also, sometimes it may be after we didn't feel so positive about our chanting, or we may have felt good, either or, still try to offer this back to Krishna. It was good, please accept these rounds. Krishna, it was no good, I don't even want to give it over, but please accept this little that I can do for you. So in both ways, we try to offer. We'll chant one more round together, and we see how it goes with our chanting. So again, you can close your eyes and think in this way. These are prayers to Sri Sri Radha Krishna from the Padya Panchaka. Yeah? I'll just read them, just the translation for time, and then we immediately begin. Okay? One should pray, O Sri Sri Radha Krishna, please rescue me from the ocean of birth and death. Please rescue me from the troubles born from children, friends, and home. Please break into pieces the fears of your surrendered devotee. Oh, Sri Sri Radha Krishna, today I place myself and everything I possess both in this life and in the next, at your feet. I am the home of all offenses. I have abandoned all spiritual duties. I have no shelter. O Sri Sri Radha Krishna, O my lords, please become my shelter. O Master of Radha, I am yours. O beloved of Lord Krishna, I am yours. I offer to you both my thoughts, words, and deeds. You too are the goal of my life. O Sri Sri Radha Krishna, you are like two great oceans of mercy. Please be merciful to me. I take shelter of you. I surrender to you. Please engage me, a sinner and an offender, in your service. Now please begin to chant. This time I think we just chant in our own pace. Just one full round. It's okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Just for latecomers, praying to Krishna is a verbal expression of our most important aspect of bhakti. Just make a small prayer that Krishna hears your chanting, that as you chant, those Maha Mantra, those words in these moments are just for him. Please continue. mind wanders, slowly let the thought go and focus again on Krishna within the heart. Just you and Krishna listening within your heart. Hare Krishna. Instructions from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. To enter into a service mood, he says we should apply 4 principles. Number 1, be in the company of saintly devotees. 2, chant in a peaceful and secluded place in a peaceful mood. 3, chant in a determined attitude. No matter what happens and whatever your mind may concoct, remain fixed on the mantra. After some time, you will see that your mind gives into the chanting. And number 4, think about the meaning of the mantra. It said this is a magical formula. This exercise can help to bring that spirit of service into chanting. And Satchidananda Swami also says at this point, it's important to remember that chanting is itself devotional service. Regardless of any techniques or prayers, chanting alone is more than enough to please Lord Krishna. That should be the meditation. Let me serve you as we chant. How was it? Any thoughts in the meditation? Yeah.
A lot of thoughts.
A lot of thoughts.
like always, but of course, I feel when somebody motivates me, then my job is much better. But I feel the last time I have always different phases. And
tiredness and then consciousness, or
actually I sometimes I feel that I'm just not endeavoring enough sometimes, so
like being determined, how Bhaktivinoda Thakur, this determination is a guiding part in our spiritual life. And also the determination, for most of us the mind is strong. Sometimes it just feels too strong, or how can I be fixed on anything, on my service or anything. But the point is that when you keep trying, then with that training it seems to help. Like I've had times where the thought is very strong, or whatever, anything but the chanting, and then I try and I'm like, oh God, no, it's not helping me. It's like, oh God, okay, oh Krishna, help me, Krishna, help me. And when I cry out, it feels like the Lord helps me for some time. Other times I feel a bit more successful when I know I have this thought, but it's like I don't pay attention to it. You know, like they say, an elephant in the room. You see it, but just stay there for a while. I will come back to you. This helps me a lot. I will come back. You will still be there. The force will stay there. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Elephant. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. And if you are lucky enough in that moment to have more time and you focus on the mantra, I think it is like this. After some time, you will see that your mind gives into the chanting. What else can it give into? The thoughts of the mind, right? But it also is that moment we have to also let the chanting take us, which is interesting concept, right? It's not, okay, we chant and it's done. It's not a given. It's that it has to be, So somehow were you able to imagine a diamond throne in your heart?
Diamond what?
A throne in the first meditation.
I imagined diamond fruit.
Fruit?
Yes, because of my English. I don't know what to say. But it's worked.
And Krishna was there? Krishna was there? You imagine Krishna there?
Krishna, I imagined, yes, with diamond fruit. I thought that the...
Wow. That's like amazing. Oh, because we are chanting with our fruit, and you were imagining Krishna there?
I just didn't know what does it mean, this word
fruit,
and I thought that it's fruit.
It's also very interesting. You must have had an interesting meditation.
A little bit. I already understood that I make something wrong, but it's
it's not wrong. It's not. What's interesting is more that meditation, with a meditation where Prabhupada says that we don't have to make a big throne for Krishna, but we can imagine it in our heart. And he says it's not wrong. He says this is a meditation. It's such a nice thing. You can sit down and think that Krishna is sitting in your heart and you are receiving him in a nice way. This is not false, it's a fact. So it's not some airy-fairy new thing that we're doing here, right? It's actually very beautiful Manasi Puja to say that at any moment we try to imagine Krishna in our heart. Now I have to be honest and say, when I first did this meditation and I imagined Krishna in my heart, I was like, there's no place for Krishna. And then all I had was some dirty area, like some dusty area to give Krishna. I was like, whoa. And in the audience, I had a young person who imagined a beautiful diamond throne with diamonds and everything. And I'm like, oh my goodness. But then I repeated the meditation a few times because I felt like on the inside I was not also allowing myself to have the beauty of what could be offered to Krishna. So then I did a few times, and then today my throne was blue, like Anuttara's scarf, with these stones, bluish stones everywhere, and Krishna was sitting playing the flute. So this is, like it was a meditation, and then as I chanted, it was, sometimes I feel Krishna's laughing at me. Sometimes I feel he's playing, and sometimes just looking sometimes in this meditation. But it's a connection. And there with the backup of Prabhupada, this was from a lecture from Srimad-Bhagavatam in 1974. We can understand that sometimes when it all gets too much, just go into the internal place and try to erect a beautiful place inside that Krishna has. There is this example of the poor Brahmana, right, of the sweet rice. And one time he meditated so hard that at one moment his finger was burnt. Yes, because he was checking the heat of the sweet rice each time. And so in his meditation, that this rice is sweet and not too hot for Krishna, right? And one time he meditated that he in the meditation that he tested and it was too hot, so he burned his finger. Then he was alert because really his finger was burnt in actuality. So you understand, this is where the parameter goes with meditation, thoughts of Krishna and being with Krishna. It's like you are on Krishna's throat or a throat. Anuttara, just before you get taken away by your beloved husband, how was it for you? Like, oh.
Thank you. I just came for the second part.
Yes.
So very helpful because actually I just shared with my husband. I had some thoughts today like not positive. So when I came in the temple room, I was so nice. And yes, and very, very nice to connect with the holy name and be with Krishna, just for Krishna singing.
I saw in that moment you had a determined look. You came in, you sat down, no beatback, which is what it is enough for people to run away. And you sat immediately and you began to chant. But sometimes it's like this. When we have a bad day, we have a choice, right? Head under the pillow, literally. Clouds, this, husbands get to hear, right, what's going on. Or, okay, let's just chant. Prabhupada also, chant Hare Krishna. And with this, to imagine Krishna is sitting in our heart and he's happy to hear us is a beautiful understanding. And when we know it comes directly from Srila Prabhupada, not that you think, okay, he's saying we should do this, we can do this. At any moment possible to do that switch. So this is it. I do think in society at this present moment it's a little tough time. I've also heard astrologically there's too many influences in different directions. So in one sense, what chance do we have except the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? In one sense, the mind will give us everything if we begin physically to do also, but just that inner meditation could save us, right? In fact, we're told it will save us. So thank you that you
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good husband, oh, look, he says, if you're in the company of saintly devotees, Srila Bhakti, saintly devotees, then you will be saved. The association of partners, friends, so important, sometimes you need it, Sometimes my husband also tells me do this, and I'm like, no, not going to. But sometimes I listen, occasionally, you know, and then it helps. So it's quite very helpful, you know, to make that choice, right? Our life is full of choices. So many choices, too many choices. But if the choice is, okay, what does Krishna want? What would Krishna want from me? Krishna doesn't want Anuttara to be upset and lost in bad thoughts or stars, or Krishna Charan to be like, okay, what do I do with my wife or myself after this? Or he would never think that he's a nice husband. You know, like to help her, to help. At least Ramananda says too, you know, if part of you is not feeling good, then of course there is worry. Krishna would want us to be happy. And that is an underlying principle. Also, when we pick up the beads, it's not torch, it should be our time with Krishna. And if there is a God, if there is Krishna, and if he's looking over us, he's also smiling down when we make that time to also reach out to him, you know. And especially, I think, smiling, just like a child who's just about to fall into the water, and I was like, Krishna, help me. He's probably like, finally, let me give you that pull up, right? So, thank you very much. Thank you. Could please give him the microphone, because they always say there was a pause in the thing and someone was talking but we didn't hear.
Yes, okay, Hare Krishna. Also reminds me, our Gurudev Kadambakanda Maharaj taught us one, when you chant, you can have the meditation that the Lord is dancing on your tongue.
Yes, oh see, look, just also dancing on your tongue.
So then he was sharing with us, if you chant Hare Krishna, then he is dancing with Radharani, and if you chant Hare Rama, Radharani is dancing with Krishna.
Krishna, yes. This comes from also a certain passage. We also had this, so and there was one, somebody said, keep Krishna on your tongue. Also when you do, he was also talking about Harinam, when you were dancing. The main point is that you should still be singing Hare Krishna Maha Mantra every time, singing with Krishna on your tongue, yes. We had also, just to share very last thing, when we are doing this, the Deva dances, then the Bhakta dances, Bhagavan dances, and Bhakti herself dances too. We imagine them. Now we can imagine them all dancing on our tongue. But imagine it, it's like a flow, eternal spiritual flow where we are actually happy. Dancing. When some, like the Harinam we went, one felt the presence of Kadambakanda Maharaj. Was also dancing with us. So.
Anuttara's lucky, she goes dancing for King's Day.
Oh, dancing. He will definitely be dancing there. But one also has the feeling sometimes he's smiling or even a bit laughing at us too. Or you also get this, like, just, that smile he had, one side of the... So one also feels that the presence is there. Yeah. Yes, I gave him as an example because, I cornered him down, as you may know, in the guest house to ask about chanting, and one felt after he spoke about, give the disciples hope to chant. One felt the Shakti behind that. Tell them to keep going, doing it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mahamantra ki jai.
There is few sweet comments in chat. If you...
Comments, yes?
Yes, some comments.
Tell me, because I cannot see.
Today we celebrate Sri Rama Navami. I was able to connect well with Rama and Krishna, like how Krishna is being served drinks for the tired Krishna. I offered panakam,
Jaggery water, yeah.
Jaggery water and buttermilk. And also thank you for your wisdom and kindness.
Oh. Thank you for joining. Thank you for this. Beautiful to hear the different meditations in this way. Manasi Puja in this way can go very very deep and into whatever level we have. I think Shtas mentioned that you also imagine Tulsi and chanting. Those of you who work with cows, sometimes imagine Krishna and the cows and so on. We are off now, live? Or we're still?
Like that during service one imagine Krishna or
Like today we had Krishna and the cowherd boys, so they imagine Krishna is playing and he's tired. So then his friends maybe, they line up, the cows are also resting. Then they make, I think it said a bed with twigs and forest flowers, and Krishna can lay there on the forest. And there they are singing the kirtan. So one could sing kirtan, this meditation. One can also chant, One doesn't need to be loud, right, during taking rest. So what would the Lord, feel as we chant? Like this. Whichever way works, we are personal people. Just try it in the next few days. Imagine Krishna within your heart, as Prabhupada described, and you serving him in one way or the other. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Very bold.
Can I ask you the last question?
Oh yes, please. You can ask as many questions.
What shall one...
Du kannst auch in Deutsch sprechen, when it's easier.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. I already learned it.
Your English is getting better and better. It's like...
Thank you. What should one do if the mind is totally in tamaguna? Sometimes at Morgan's I feel like totally in tamas, and also I feel I'm not enough motivated to switch this mood, and I feel I don't really have enough motivation and desire now to chant, and I do it so I understand from the whole 16 rounds it will be good if I can chant a few mantras. So
this Kali Yuga, this is where the mode of passion and tamas really seem to pervade, right? So tamagun for us is devotees, so it could be certain things like lack of sleep. I sometimes I feel like my mind is just switching. I'm just tired, and so you have to how much sleep did I get? So at least then you can say, okay, I can go to sleep now, or you can tell your mind, okay, I'm only another 20 minutes and then we will sleep. Just try to get it together. Somebody asked me to walk Japa walks or no Japa walks. Generally, we recommended Japa walks can be distracting, but if you are chanting after Mangalati, and you're amazing, you made it to Mangalati, you got there, and you need to keep yourself up. The recommendation sometimes is to chant walking very slowly around Tulasi Devi. So you're walking so you don't fall asleep. And you're also walking to try to activate, away from, when you're sitting very still, it becomes more and more, this is closer to becoming unconscious. The movement can give some. Then you have to practice anything that works. So one of the, things that we learned, the first Hare, so Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama. So it's again giving you this thing. When very tired, I used to have a bookmark in my bead bag that I'm looking at the mantra, just that the eyes are kept open, Hare Krishna. Because sometimes when you're feeling tamagun, you just when your eyes are shut, you're thinking, and I can sort of sleep as so you're just trying to keep yourself awake. You have to experiment in this. Take water, take this. If generally you always feel like this mood of tamaguna is away, there's some things, it could be that you are now conditioned to let's call it tamaguna chanting. That means, okay, I know I'm going to chant, I know I'm initiated, I'm going to chant 16 rounds, okay, let's get it done, no one's anyway looking, let me do Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So, but if you bring consciousness into it, at least at some moment, you think, okay, let me try to turn it back to Krishna. This is where the prayers come in that we tried. Krishna, help me. Tulasi Devi, help me. Help me, please, Krishna. Prabhupada, help me. Guru Maharaj. It's literally you're calling out. They say when you're chanting Hare Krishna, we heard, a child calling out for their mother. So the child, when they're in pain, if you become a father one day, or you may stay brahmacharis or not, but if you have a child in pain, they are not saying, Mama, help me. They're like, Mama, It's like, Krishna, you're really calling out. that he helps you. Another example on meditation is when Vrindavan is flooded. It's flooded. I mean, it's not, they describe it, if you go in, it's not just like some storm like we maybe even have here. It's like complete devastation. Things are flowing up. It's literally getting to flood levels. It's going crazy. And in that moment, the Brij Basis know their only source of salvation is Krishna. But it's not like a gentle Krishna. It's like, Krishna! Krishna! You know, it's like, so therefore something has to push through. That shouting sometimes pushes through the tamagun too. No, the tamagun is, help me, Khan, what's the point? Help! No, but you have to unblock it whatever way. And these are the points we do this, some way or the other, trick it through. But you have to monitor yourself with some self-care. In Simhasana, by the way, next Tuesday we have the daughter of Mahatma Prabhu, who will talk to us online on self-care. And Mahatma Prabhu was amazing because he talks about self-care in connection to Prabhupada and devotional life. Not, I have to take care, but really why. And one part of self-care is learning to chant nicely. I'm so sorry, Sanjay Prabhu. So learning to chant. Yes, Krishna, Anika, he wants to come, and then I'm here, yeah. He didn't come yet, but he's coming. Sometimes Krishna takes his time, or sometimes Krishna is waiting for us really to say Krishna, So we say Krishna on a Shingada. Thank you so much. Haribol. Hope that was okay.
Yes.
Right.
Narasimhadev.
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 Shingadev.